Hey, today I want to just cover a couple things. Actually, it's this morning, so I'm going to cover a couple things. Got the SAP program. There was a tow truck driver in Colorado who's accused of stealing more than 50 vehicles. Yeah, and that's without the tow, which I'm like, yo, that's crazy. It's absolutely bananas. When I actually read the story and seen how he was able to get by with the loopholes, I was just amazed. I was absolutely amazed. I'll share some of that with you. And then we have talk about the broker transparency bill that's actually sitting on the Senate floor right now. Um, but will probably never get passed just because, they try and keep money out of us hard-working truck drivers' hands. And got a couple more things that we'll end up talking about, touching base. We'll talk about accountability, responsibility, and just different stuff like that. This channel's kind of like a mixed bag. So yeah, man, let's dive into it. So the SAP program is a substance abuse professional or substance abuse program. And the program is to get drivers who have failed a drug test, all right, whether it's not showing up to the drug test, your pee's not warm enough, or you actually failed the drug test, any way that you could fail the drug test, and you're a truck driver, you hold a class B or class C or better license, you have to take this program before that they reinstate you your privileges for driving a truck or a commercial vehicle. So, as you know, you got the FMCSA, the clearinghouse, and that's pretty much to weed out all of these drivers who are doing something, heck, I was a driver who was messing around, and, the good old saying, F around and find out. Well, I found out, and, like I said, it definitely did flip my life upside down, because again, you're not making that money that you were once accustomed to making and stuff like that, and then you got to scramble to get your license good, because this is how you make money. This is how you provide for your family. So in my earlier video, I actually told you what was going on and stuff like that. So when I did work, I did get a job, and I did have my license reinstated. And I'm going to tell you, it's really hard. I put in probably like 200 applications and stuff, putting my resume out there on Indeed. And, definitely getting depressed and stuff like that because you're not getting bites. But again, this is something that I did. So you have to own it. You have to own it, and you have to be responsible and know that you own it. That's a part of being, sorry, having accountability. So I got the license reinstated, and very hard getting jobs. I did come with a company. I don't even think they're in business anymore. It's called More Logistics. They were based out of PA, and this was a shady dude. Didn't run me through the clearinghouse whatsoever. So like, I already knew what time it was once he didn't do that. You know what I mean? It's lit. But you have to always watch out for companies like that, and I say that because if they're not running you through the FMCSA, the clearinghouse, then they're not legit, all right? And they don't care about putting you or your license on the line to make a quick buck. So always remember that. Like, yeah, it may work out in your circumstances, but it may not, and it probably will not. Because I'm going to tell you, this guy, he ended up not paying me for 2 weeks, two weeks straight, and he gave me like every runaround and every excuse in the book, And again, I'm in a position. Oh, I'm sorry for moving the camera, but I'm in a position to where I need this job, because of me effing around and finding out. So I was in between a rock and a hard place. And with that being said, beggars can't be choosers. So what I did what I did, continuing working with him, was pretty stupid. But again, like I said, beggars can't be choosers. Um, I ended up, he ended up actually going out of business. He owed Ryder a whole bunch of money. It's just crazy stuff. We couldn't even pump gas from there. So that's what I want to say about be wary about these guys who don't run you through the FMCSA. I am currently on step 5. I haven't been able to finish it with the follow-up testing just because, like I said, he went out of business. But the follow-up tests are, I mean, I don't want to say if they're huge or not, but you can still drive. You know what I mean? If you find another guy who has, who doesn't want to run you through the FMCSA, because there are a lot of people who will, just to put a body in that truck, you know. But again, watch out for stuff like that. Watch out. So I stopped working for the guy, did a little DoorDash to get myself by, and now I'm actually back in the same kind of situation. Different guy. But this is something that, you know, I'm gonna have to rock around with and, you know, deal with until we get this violation cleared up. Yeah. So you know, took me a little bit to get my feet back underneath me. I still am, but everything's looking good. You know, you just gotta have a positive attitude with everything that you do. And you know, so my summary on the SAP program is, okay, if you don't want to F around and find out and go through the things that I just went through, and I'm probably sure that there's still more that's gonna happen, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? If so, you know what you gotta do. You know you gotta call somebody up, and you know what I'm saying. But don't use your own. You know, it's just dumb. And then you know, I want to talk about this tow truck driver. This guy, it's a place in Colorado. He was stealing cars, tow trucks, or regular cars. This tow truck driver was just towing them. And I guess they were hoopty looking cars, from what the article says. And he was doing it, targeting poor people like me and you. What a scumbag, right? What a scumbag. They said that he stole over 50 cars. 50 cars. That's a lot of cars, man. You know, that's a lot of cars. It makes you think, like, how didn't he get caught before? You know, it just blows your mind. Just blows your mind. Well, I want to keep this video nice and short. Hopefully you guys like it. Like and subscribe, and hopefully I can put out some more. All right.